Alrighty. Speedboat is travelling at 20 meters per second. Trawler is travelling east at 4 meters per second. To an observer on the trawler, the speedboat appears to be travelling in a southeasterly direction. So, here's the main part of the question. Are you doing VTS or VST? Which one? Only one of them gets you the right answer. Where's the observer? The observer's on the trawler, so trawler is considered to be the stationary point, so it's VST. Okay? So you're going to use VST as the first thing you got to understand, okay? So the observer is key. So that's VS minus VT. Now, to an observer on the trawler. Alright. Haven't actually used this method yet, but we'll give it a go. Alright. You need 3 pieces of information. Sorry, how many pieces of information is there? Would you say there's 6 pieces of information, okay? So I'll give you an example. Speedboat's travelling at a magnitude of 20. Do we know the direction of the speedboat? Do we know the direction of the speedboat? No. We do not know the direction of the speedboat. Alright. That's the direction of the speedboat according to the trawler. So you're right, that is southeast. But that's VST, not VS. Sorry, give me a second. Oh, did I get this confused? Speedboat is travelling yeah, I'm just going to run with this. We'll see if I'm right or wrong later. Yeah. See, according to the trawler, so here's how I know I'm probably right. Imagine this, let's make this really easier, right? Trawler, speedboat. Speedboat's going 20, trawler's going 4. What's the velocity of the speedboat according to the trawler? 24 directly in. Okay? So the trawler is either interpreting the speedboat as faster or slower than it actually is. So if you ever get stuck in the test, make up the easiest example you can think of and try and explain it back to yourself. Okay? I doubted myself for a second, and then I create an easy scenario and go, what would I do in the easiest scenario possible? And then that's the same thing you have to do for this scenario. Okay? So let's keep going. I need 4 pieces of information to do this properly. There's 6 pieces of information, isn't there? 4 pieces of information will result in me being able to do like a triangle and do it that way. Okay? So what do we have down here then? Velocity trawler is 4, and that's east. You cool with that? So see the way it's 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of information. Now here's the hard part. We're going to construct a triangle using the vector laws, okay? So I'll give you an example of a vector law. Imagine this here. Imagine point A. Imagine this is the start, and this is the finish. Everybody cool with that? And you can take a direct road to the finish. Okay? And that's vector C for argument's sake. And then you can take 2 other vectors combined. And this is vector A and that's vector B. You cool with that? Vector A and vector B? So would everybody say that vector C is the equivalent of vector A plus vector B? Travelling directly there is the same thing as travelling vector A followed by vector B. Have I said anything too confusing thus far? Now, we're going to rearrange our law such that it mimics the vector law. So, if I move Vt over to the other side, what happens? I get Vs equals Vst plus And see the way I can now do the vector law? Okay? Now, there is a trick to the vector law. See A and B? They have to combine end on end. Okay? They have to combine end on end. But vector C will have a common starting point with one of the other vectors. Okay? See that common starting point in the top left? Vector C will have a common starting off point, either with A, or if it was to do it this way, it could also have a common starting point with B. It doesn't have to be A. C is also equal to B plus A. Doesn't matter what way you do. Okay? Now I have all this information ready to go. Now, remember, Vs is at the starting point. Would you agree with that? And it's either Vst or Vt I'm going to use. Which one do I know all the information about? Any ideas? I know all the information about Vt. So Vt goes directly to the east, and it's a length of 4. Is that okay? Now, I can also do, this is starting off point, and this is the middle point. What do I have to join to it in its middle point? Vst. And Vst is going southeast. Do I know how long it's going southeast? Do I know if it's really short or really long? I actually have no idea. Okay? So that's Vst. And we all know that's 45 degrees. Is that alright with you guys? Next thing. If this is A and B combined, where does the other vector go? Start to finish. Okay? This takes a bit of effort, I'm not going to lie, this takes a while to wrap your head around. Alright. What angle is this? 135. What do I know about Vs? 20. Gotta be 20. What does it have to be 20? Huh? That's the speed of the, yeah, exactly, alright. Now, do I have enough information to do I have enough information to find out everything I need to know about this triangle? Is there enough there? As I said, if you have 4 pieces of information out of 6, you're in business, right? I can use the sine rule, can't I? Where do you want to start with the sine rule? 20 over sine 135. And what does that equal? I suppose we can get this angle here, can't we? Call this angle x. So what can I do then? 4 over sine x. Cross multiply up to sine x, and I guess sine x equals 4 sine 135 over 20. Is that right, you guys? Then what happens next? Put it in the calculator and sine inverse it. So I just have to pause this. Now, x will be sine inverse all of that, whatever that is. It's 4 sine 135. Make sure you're not in radian mode when you're doing this. Degree sine 135. That divided by 20. Root 2 over 10. So sine inverse root 2 over 10. What do we get there? Do you get 8? 8.13. Now, not to overcomplicate things, do you know when you sine inverse something, do you know where it can sometimes be the obtuse angle as well? Why is the obtuse angle ruled out here? Why can't it be 180 minus 8.13? There's already an 135 there, isn't there? Okay, so you can rule that out. Don't need to worry about that. Right, what's that make the third angle? So that's 8.13. What is the third angle? Minus 180. 36.87, okay? Very good. Now, what we're going to do next, lads, is it wants, what's the question one from me? Find the velocity of the speedboat in terms of I and J. The actual velocity of the speedboat. Well, I think I have enough information now, don't I? What do I have? I have the 20. And what else do I have? 36.87 relative to east, isn't it? So I might get a decimal answer, but I'm sure it'll probably round off pretty cleanly. So it's 36.87. That's 20. And what's 20 cos? 36.87 and 20 sine 36.87. Somebody gives me the two answers there, that'd be great. I think it's going to round off nicely. 16 point or 15.99 or something like that. 20 cos, you said?
Yeah.
So 16, yeah.
And 29 is 12.
Cool. Would everybody be happy with 16i minus 12j? Did anybody get it out a different way, or you have a different method?
Yeah.
What method did you use?
I said the speedboat, the I component squared, and the J component squared is 20 squared.
Oh, lovely. So you actually did a one simultaneous, one linear, one quadratic.
Yeah.
Might just actually do that now. I think it's probably a good way of doing it as well. All right. Too many weapons at the disposal, lads. That's my problem. Too many ways of doing it. Now, yeah, fair enough. We'll go for that now. It's a good call. Right. Second method. Okay. Is did you say the velocity of speed? Sorry. So velocity. Did you use VST again?
Yeah.
Vs minus Vt. Okay, awesome. And Vt is 4i. And velocity of speedboat appears to be southeasterly direction. And what did you use for Vs?
X, Y, Z.
Oh yeah, but you know the hypotenuse is 20. Yeah. So if I zone in on the speedboat here, what I can sort of say is we don't know what direction it's going in. I don't know if X and Y are positive or negative. I haven't got a clue. But what I can definitely say is that Pythagoras' theorem here works, and 20 squared is going to equal x squared plus y squared, and 400 equals x squared plus y squared. Is that alright? Okay with that? Now, the next thing we might do after that then is we're going to have to follow through with our law here, aren't we? VST, and we know it appears to be travelling in a southeasterly direction, which means, alright, we're going southeast. Okay? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to say that it's VST is Vs minus Vt, so that's going to be x minus 4i. And the other one is anybody? What? Plus y, thanks. Okay, and then we're going to say southeast. So we're gonna go southeast. Problem quadrant, isn't it? Why is it a problem quadrant, lads? One of them is negative. Okay. So tan 45 is equal to y over x minus 4. Only problem is that the y is going south, which means it's negative, so we need to multiply that fraction by minus 1. Tan 45 is 1. My 4 looks like a y, but it's x minus 4 equals minus y. X plus y equals 4. Is that the two equations you got? Grand, right. So U's going to speed me along here. And, oh god, where did I just go? Back on the question 9. Ah! Oh, here I am. Grand. Get over. Alright guys, so is everybody happy? It's one linear, one quadratic, and you know how to finish that off. Everybody killed by finishing that off themselves. What's the two x values that you got? 16 and minus 12, yeah, and what's the other one? Did you get two x values and two y values?
No, I only got one y value, because I just eliminated one of the x ones.
You eliminated one of the x ones?
Yeah.
Just give me the two y values.
Minus 12 and 16.
Alright, minus 12 and 16. So, x equals 4 minus y, and if y is minus 12, that will mean x is 16, so they're paired off like this. Okay? So the two yellow ones belong together, and the two blue ones belong together. Is that okay with you guys? And you have to actively eliminate one of them from the answers, okay? So you do what you did last time. It has to be going southeast, doesn't it? What happens if I use an x value of minus? What happens if I use an x value of minus 12? What happens to that part there? It's going west, isn't it? So that automatically eliminates out the blue answer, because you sub in minus 12 here. Minus 12 minus 4 is minus 16. Minus 16 is going west. That's no good. So your answer is what you said. It's the 16i. The velocity of the wind is 16i minus 12j. Yeah, look, that's the method they probably intended you to use, not my triangle law one. Although what I did is going to make its appearance in the next chapter, next exercise, so you will have to be familiar with it. Alright, tell you what, we'll start the next exercise now.